Welcome back, everybody. Over the last couple of months, I posted a few different videos from a Craftsman tool collector, or maybe tool hoarder estate. So there's a few lots here from one of those auctions. They are a bit mixed up, so I can't really tell you what I paid. There may be some duplication because the owner had about 10 of everything, so there may be something you've seen in a different video, but let's take a look. First item up is a lock set. It says for 26-inch wide premium units. Looks like this could be another one. This one says 40-inch wide, heavy-duty or premium heavy-duty tool chest. Not really sure what they mean by premium. Here's something that's not Craftsman. It's Imperial, it's an IMP or IMP mini tube cutter. I've had some of these in the past. I don't know if that's Imperial Eastman. Looks like we have a few of those in here. Four that I've seen so far. Another lock set here. 26-inch wide premium and ball bearing units. A number of these bottle openers. First time I got one of these, it was not in the package, and I was wondering what it was for. Actually made in the USA. Kind of neat that they're still on the cards. So I've pulled out 4 of those so far. And there's more down here, but these are the 80th anniversary. So it says 1927 to 2007. Next up we have a ridge reamer. It's a 3-inch to 5-inch capacity. Good chance I'll keep this, although I haven't had a need for one in quite a while. Here's something I had in a previous haul. It's these corkscrews. It looks like a drill. It's a corkscrew, and actually the corkscrew, the handle, is made out of like cast iron. It's very heavy. This thing probably weighs over a pound. Looks like originally it was a $20 item on closeout for $197. Looks like 3 of them. Down here it looks like we have a locking pliers. It's one that has the like a laminated layers with all the pins holding it together. This one is stamped made in the USA. Then a few more locking pliers. I believe both of these are going to be professional. But one has the red bands and one has the gold bands. I don't know which one is newer or harder to find. I'm used to seeing the gold bands. I would say these are likely new old stock, although they do have a little bit of dirt and light corrosion just from sitting. So I see the first 2 are straight jaw and the next 2 are curved jaw. Also have this 1/4-inch round over beading carbide router bit. Here's something I don't think I have. I might have one I have a grill set. I have one in there. It's a bottle opener again. It is made in the USA. I think this was part of a grill set. Obviously they sold this one separately. And looks like we have another one of those down here. And then we have some of these key rings. Like there's 13 altogether, made in the USA. This one even has a little flag printed on it. But I always thought these were cool. I'll definitely keep one. And that'll be it for that bin. We go over a few things that were not in the bins. First item up here is a 4-piece shot glass set. Also have this 12-volt inflator, deflator, air mattress or raft or whatever. It's one that plugs into like a cigarette lighter, or what once was a cigarette lighter. Now it's more of a power outlet. Next item up is a 7-piece open-end wrench set. These are SAE. I believe there's probably no skips in here. Goes from 1/4 to 7/8. Had a couple of these sets in some other hauls I showed earlier. This is a 4-piece set. It's a T-handle torque set. I actually bought this drill just because I think it's cool. It has a look of an old-time drill. It is actually a metal casing. It's battery operated, of course. This is the 85th anniversary edition, and by the looks of it, that would be from 1917 to 2002. So this drill would be 23 years old. I apologize for the glare. These very shiny plastic items are hard to show. But the last few items that were not in the bins were these shop thermometers. This one's 80th anniversary. So that's 27 to 07. There's 2 of those. And then there's one here with the newer style logo. It's not an anniversary edition. Moving on to the second bin. The reason why I can't really say what I paid for these is because we combined quite a few lots into each bin, whatever we could fit in there. It is a little windier out here than I thought it would be, so I apologize if there's wind noise. First thing out is a universal coupling. I also see this air hose repair kit, another coupler, another one. Here's a 1/4 brass T connector, air tool oiler. This is a piece for the quick route. This set here is the quick route set. So it's made for adapting your router to be a quick change connector. See another one here, another one down here, another one here. All sorts of adapters for the quick route. Yet even more. One here, here, another one. And let's see. I think that's the last one. So quite a few pieces for that system. Next up we have an Arbor pilot set. This is for a router. Looks like we have another one. And then we also have this bit that would that you would use this for. And another bit that would go with that set. I have a couple used router bits down here. Then it seems like we have a bunch of brand new router bits here. This first one is a 1/2 inch roundover. These are actually pretty nice looking bits. This one looks like it's never been used. It has no dust or any buildup from being run through wood. Looks like a very nice bit. Also have a Roman OG, a little bit larger Roman OG, 5/16 straight bit, 3/4 core bit, 1/2 inch template bit, 1/4 inch straight. And this one's kind of neat. It's a high-speed steel 1/4 combination panel cutter. This was definitely sold before I started going to Sears. Looks like it has a blade on the long edge, which I imagine you must have used that for cutting. Then also has a tip, so I imagine you drill down with the tip and then you pull your bit along where you want to cut with this edge. Last thing in the box here is something that brings back some memories. I bought this set back in the day. It's a saw and router gauge set for setting the depth of your blades. Okay, and the last bin up. First thing out of the box here is an oil filter wrench. This one is made in the USA. Only $3.97. Then we also have this strap wrench. Could also be used for oil filters or other things around the house, like opening jars. Should probably keep that around. I'm getting old and the grip strength isn't what it used to be. We have another one of these 2 7/8 by 3 1/4. It's a little bit different packaging, but the same oil filter wrench. We have a pressure gauge for jet pumps, submersible pumps, and pre-plumbed water systems. Goes up to 100 pounds. This is kind of a cool set. It looks like it's missing a mirror and one other piece. It's a specialty tool set. It looks like it has the scribe, the slotted screw starter, the pickup tool, but missing the Phillips Torx screw starter and the inspection mirror. Next up we have a spark plug thread chaser, 14mm by 18mm. I would guess that is for Fords, well, maybe other vehicles as well, but I do believe they had some issues with the Ford spark plugs. This is a right angle attachment for like a rotary tool. You know, Craftsman had their own, basically a Dremel. Never seen an attachment like this before. Can't believe it was 25 bucks. That's kind of cool. And I believe this is the last two things in the box. And it's two sets, they're not rubber band together. It's two sets of the nut drivers. 12-piece set. This is a standard and metric set. Of course, it comes in a nice carrying case. And pretty cool to find these new in the package. And there's two of those in here. Unfortunately, I don't know what I paid for these items since they were all mixed up from different lots. Going through these just brings back memories of walking through the store and seeing all these items on the shelves. Obviously, this person, whenever they had something on clearance, they just bought it all. That's why they have 5, 10 of everything. But that's going to be all for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.